regardless if it was bad or not, you showed up and you did it. And that's something I'm trying to really take in. It's just all divine timing at the end of the day, and luckily I've stepped into some of that divine timing.
Hello, my fellow Martians. My name is Harry Mars, and this is the On Mars Pod, where we take a deep dive into creative professionals, entrepreneurs, and other inspiring Martians alike.
You can find one scene and find 100 different ways to play it. I had a hard time coming out of my shell, and I went to 5 different high schools, 2 in Boston, 3 in California, and it was like, I think it was 4 in a year. The creative mind is something that I don't think I'll ever wrap my head around. I'll keep trying though.
Hello, my fellow Martians. Today on Mars, we are joined by an actor, crew member, and all-around creative person. Everybody, please welcome Berk Atmaca.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, brother.
Oh my God, blessed to be here.
Yes,
love
dude.
it.
So on Mars, we take a deep dive into creative professionals, entrepreneurs, and other inspiring Martians alike. So I have you on here today because we met on the set of Sundress Bad Drugs video shoot.
Oh my God.
Chase Warren.
Love it.
Episode 7.
Love that.
So that's
Great.
just everybody in the family here is coming on Mars.
Oh man.
So, one by one, we'll get everybody.
What a great ensemble that was. That
It was.
shoot, I don't know what it is about Chase's sets, but they're just so freaking fun.
Yeah,
I just
dude.
love it. Everyone just, like with every set, you make friends, but I just feel like the bonding is so good on that because we're all just kind of like figuring it out together.
Yeah.
And we're all kind of quirky and fucking weird. I mean, we're in the film industry, aren't we? So why not just have so much fun with it?
Yeah, man, I agree. And I think that's something about just Chase's energy. He brings people around him that have good energy and fun energy and want to have a good time. And so I think that's, something to be said about the people that he puts himself around.
Totally.
So yeah,
What a
shout
great
out
dude.
Chase.
What a great dude.
Shout
Can't
out
thank
Chase.
him enough.
Heck yeah, man. No, you've done a few things with Chase, right?
Yeah.
You've helped him out on a few
Yeah.
different things.
Yeah. He'll
Yeah.
hit me up for something. I'll be like, okay.
It's
He's
always-
like, just be yourself. I'm like, all right, word.
Noted, dude.
Easy.
Heck yeah. No, so Berk is an actor. He lives in New York now, but he used to live in Phoenix, and he's actually from Boston. So there's a bunch of things we should get into, but I want to start there. I want to start with Boston, and I want to talk about growing up in Boston and what was that like for you?
Yeah, growing up in Boston, I mean, it's cold. And I always told myself I would never go back to the cold, but here I am in New York City.
Right.
I literally got here today. I got to Newark today at like 7, and I got off work last night at like 3-ish. It was like 20 degrees, bro. I was like shaking. I was red and whatnot. But yeah, dude, Boston, I mean, it's cool. It's changed a lot since I've been there. But I love the sports there. I mean, it's all around good city, but I feel like it's very, very imperative to leave your hometown at some point in your life and to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If that kind of makes sense.
Totally.
And I left kind of early. I was 16. I mean, I didn't really have a choice. So my family and I, we just kind of moved to California because my mom has a lot of disabilities. She has arthritis and whatnot, and the cold weather is really bad. So why not be in a place that's sunny year round?
Okay, so you moved with your family out there to
Yeah,
Cali.
yeah. My mom and my grandmother.
Okay, wow.
Mhm.
That's awesome, man, to not have to be out there by yourself necessarily.
Yeah, dude.
But be in another place.
16-year-old in California, bro, by yourself, bro.
No
Like,
way. Good luck, dude.
man. I didn't know what $1 was.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, like,
Still don't know what it is.
so when did you move out? You said 16 to Cali, but then when did you come to Arizona?
So I went to here. I'll start like a little back. I went to 2 high schools in Boston. We always moved around a lot, and I was always very extroverted and then introverted at times, just like how we all are. But I had a hard time coming out of my shell, and I went to 5 different high schools, 2 in Boston, 3 in California, and it was like, I think it was 4 in a year.
Wow.
So went to high school there, yada yada yada. Did college in California for a little, community college, and then right before COVID, my mom moved to Arizona, and I was kind of thinking, where would I transfer to a 4-year, get my bachelor's? And I was still living in California at my friend's house at the time. My friend Nick, endless thanks to him. Oh my God, he saved my life, low key. And she was like, just come to Arizona, I'll get you in-state tuition. And I guess that's how I got to Arizona. And then, I don't know, just fell in love with it here. I love the slow pace of it. Sometimes in New York, it's just, not sometimes, all the time, it's fast paced. Like, I feel like the day is over before it begins there.
Yeah.
Because it takes time to get everywhere. I mean, granted, you don't have a car, you don't have a car, you don't have car insurance, whatever. So it's like traffic sucks, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
very different energy though.
dude, it's really crazy, but it really makes you appreciate the slow times where you can actually sit down and think about what you're doing instead of just like boom, 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 like everything. You got to go there, boom. You got to get fitted for this job. Then you got to go home. You got to do your admin stuff. Then you got to go to your day job. And then you get home at midnight or whatever, go to the gym, eat. Like, it's really like something else out there, but I think it's so cool. It's so fucking cool out in New York.
Absolutely, man. And I think for someone in the industry too, and honestly in a bunch of different creative industries out there, it's like New York and LA, like those are still hub cities for entertainment industry.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that you're out there as well.
Yeah.
But so in the early days, the high school days, what were your influences? Like, were you playing sports and stuff, or were you like always into movies and always into
No. Actually, so my early high school days, I was just I don't think I had a lot of friends I had friends in like 7th and 8th grade, and then high school everyone knows each other, but I was just kind of like, it's weird. I was kind of shy and I just didn't have friends, and it just wasn't a good time. And I think moving was the best thing to California. But what I did at my freshman year of high school, I think I did fuck, that was so long ago, bro. Yo, how old are you?
29.
Oh my God. Do you remember what you did freshman year?
Yeah.
Fuck, you do?
Yeah, dude.
Yo,
I mean, I was
memory.
I was in graphic design. I was in band.
Oh, so you've been in this forever.
I was in skateboarding. Yeah. So I was,
This is still fairly new to me. I did swimming for sports freshman, but like 8th and 7th grade, I did lacrosse, hockey, basketball, baseball, all that.
So you were in the sports then?
Yeah, I still
and you
love
were
sports.
skateboarding on the side.
Yeah.
That was a love of yours.
That was like the big hobby.
Yeah.
Like, I'm obligated to do these sports shit. My mom was like, go do this. My dad was like, do this, blah, blah. I was like, yo, I just want to skate. And I was like, skating is technically a sport.
Yeah.
Low
It's like,
key.
I'm still getting cardio.
Yeah, buddy.
Dude, hell yeah. So it was mainly just like physical activities, and I'm sure you loved movies and music and stuff, and like you loved entertainment growing up still, right?
Oh, totally. I think every kid has an influence, has been influenced on entertainment. I feel like that it portrays what's happening in real life.
Yeah.
But that really started, honestly, August of 2021. So very, very recent. Like,
So
super recent.
And when you say this started, like your want to be in the industry.
Yeah. I mean, my mom always just like, you should be a model or actor. And actually, I was in California when I was 16. She told me to do that. And I think when every kid hears that, they're just like, oh, famous.
Yeah, right.
So she was like, go to this agency or whatever. And me being naive, I was like, okay. And it was some agency, and it was the one where they get your money. Like, I went there. Have you heard of those? Where they kind of just like they lure you in, they tell you what you want to hear, and then they're like $10,000, and then we'll get you on blah blah blah. And then you're like, peace, I'm out. That's not the way to do it.
Damn.
It's a scam, dude. Yeah, totally.
Wait, so you actually ended up going through with that and like
No.
Okay, I was like,
I remember
damn.
I was in the elevator. I pressed the button. I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Then I just walked out. But that was when I was 16, 17. But truthfully, do you want me to get into this really quick?
Yeah.
Truthfully, what made me really want to think, because when I was around 21, I still had no idea what I wanted to do. And it's kind of like the age where you're kind of panicking, and you think that you're so old and you need to find this career super fast and stick with it, when in reality, I'm 24 right now. I know I want to do this, but man, like that could change.
Yeah,
I hope it doesn't.
absolutely. I
I
mean,
love this.
I think being 24 is a beautiful time to be, like you're
Just explore.
yeah, do exactly. Do what your heart tells you to do. As cliche as that sounds, it's just like you do what you love as long as you love it.
Yeah.
And as soon as you stop loving it, then maybe that's when your sign is that you don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I think it's sometimes better that like you maybe start a little bit later too in certain things. Like I've seen
It's never too late to start.
exactly, dude. Like there's people that started acting later on in life and then became icons in their 50s and 60s, you know, like that type of shit.
Totally.
And like musicians alike, like there's people that will like work on music their whole life just because they love it, but then they never take it serious, and they take it serious in their 30s or something, and then they get signed. That type of shit. So
It's crazy. It's all an anomaly.
yeah, dude, it can happen at any time. It's just about being ready and being in the position to have something happen.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yo, so early on though, what were those influences, like movies or genres? Like what was influencing you back in the day?
Dude, oh my God. I watched Friday 50 times.
Classic.
I don't know why I watched it 50 times, dude. I think I don't know if that had an influence, but I loved how both the main characters in that were just I feel like they were being themselves.
Hey, Craig and Smokey, dude, those are classics.
Dog.
I mean, and if anyone
Oh
hasn't
my
seen
God.
Friday, go watch Friday. It's the classic with Chris Tucker and Ice Cube. And that movie
Classic.
is like, it's almost nostalgic
Oh,
in a sense
dude.
where it just feels like old school, like neighborhood vibes. Like there was no
Yeah.
cell phones. And it was, I'm pretty sure that's like a 99. I'm pretty sure that was made in like 99 or, yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's
Probably around then, yeah.
yeah. At
You're
least
so right, dude.
Yeah.
It really,
it was different.
yeah, it's super nostalgic, man. I mean, even though I didn't grow up, I mean, I don't know if I grew up without cell phones. I got my first cell phone at 8, but sitting, I don't know, something about sitting on a porch, something just brings life.
For sure, man. And were you a smoker, weed smoker back in the day?
I think back in the day, yeah, I think I took my first hit when I was 14.
Okay.
And then it comes and goes. It comes in waves. But during my junior and senior year of high school, that's when I was really like, let's get fucking
Stoned.
faded.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Because I feel like that was one movie where, because of the influence in cannabis, I feel like that was like a big like stoner movie for like my friends and I. Like we just loved it. Like loved getting stoned and watching.
You
that.
totally just reminded me of something. I remember I was watching it one day, and I don't think I'd lit up a joint ever. I'd only done like bowls.
Yeah.
And I lit up the joint, and I don't know who I got it from, but it just fell apart. So I was geeked, bro. I was like, nah, dude. I was 16 years old. I was like, damn, that's $20 of my allowance. What's my mom gonna say? Where'd your $20 go?
It's like it's on the floor over there.
I'm like, oh, you gotta get it out of here, yo.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
in the carpet. Dude, no, that's do you ever do like the cross joints or anything like that?
No, I can't do that. I had a friend that rolled one of those in college one time, though. That shit is crazy.
Did it work? Did it work?
Yeah, for a little. Then it fell apart. Hey,
then we just threw it in the bowl.
It's the effort that counts.
I love it.
High key.
So because you got into I guess the want to be in the industry later, did you ever have any point in time when you were a kid that you were I don't know, coming up with like shorts or like filming any sketches or anything like that, like as a kid or with your friend groups or with any relatives or anything like that?
Oh my God. It's so hard for me to remember what I did. Like middle school, I would just watch the Bruins play hockey. Oh my God, I loved hockey. Back then, I don't think I filmed shorts. I legit only got really serious about this in August of 2021. I had just turned 22. And that's when that comes into play, where I was like, fuck, I'm like 22, 21, whatever. What am I going to do? And I would, there's this thing about me that I'll stick to something for a little. I'll get really good at it, and then I'll get bored of it and move on. And I'm so thankful that it has not happened to this.
Yeah.
because I truly love this. The people you meet in this is amazing. Sorry, I went completely off track with that. I did not film shorts when I was
No, you're good.
young.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like just talking about like your introduction into this stuff, you know, and I think that's what we can kind of pick up where it's almost like, what was it that made you want to come into the industry, really?
Totally.
Even though like your mom had been telling you do acting and do modeling, but like what was it like that pushed you to actually make it happen?
Okay, so my junior year of college, I really wanted to drive to South Carolina for some odd reason. I was like, how can I go to South Carolina and get free food, free stay, and make money? Summer camp.
Nice.
So I applied to a summer camp in South Carolina. I got it. I drove to South Carolina. I don't know why I guess this is kind of where it starts. I wanted to make like kind of a memoir about it. So every stop that I did along the way, I would go up to a random person and be like, hey, can I ask you a couple questions? And I just come up with questions on the spot or whatever. I'd write them down before. And then I made a whole website about it. And that kind of got me, I've always been creative, but I think that's my first like creative endeavor. Like I published it. It was cool. It was awesome. I think that was a big accomplishment of something that I've done. And then did that. It's a lot of self-reflection. I really wanted to self-reflect because I had a lot of stuff going in my mind, you know. I don't know, I just broke up with my girlfriend, whatever. Just literally, I just wanted to be like, let me debrief what the fuck I am doing. Yeah. That's when I drove there, had a lot of fun, made friends, drove back. And I remember getting back and I was like, shit, I'm out of a job now. So then this is what really started it. I was sitting on my mom's couch. I remember I was armrest right here. I don't know how this got brought up. She was like, it's too bad you didn't become an actor or model. And I was like, okay, all right, let me try it. And then that day I went to Starbucks. I was like, looked up how to become an actor or model.
Classic.
It said, submit to an agency. So I look at an Arizona agency, which I'm signed to right now, actually, which is so funny. It worked out. I didn't get it the first time, obviously not. It said, submit 3 headshots. So I said, okay. Ghost.
Yeah.
Of course.
So you didn't get any response off of that?
Of course
first
not.
one? Yeah, I mean, you took him with
crazy.
your phone, and it's almost like it was spur of the moment, and it was like not super well thought out.
Absolutely, because when you first hear that, like, I'm so not gonna lie. You when you hear actor, you want to be famous, but I think that's when that first started. I was like, yeah, like attention. Everyone, if you're an actor, you want fucking attention. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah,
but that's so surface level. And when I really found the nuances and the different things that can propel a scene one way or another, or you can pull from your own life or whatever, that really kind of like, because everything is so different in that every story is different. And I think that's what I was kind of just like, damn, this is just, I just love how different it is. Every story you can, I'm literally just repeating myself. But I was telling you before, I master something or whatever. I master something and then I get bored of it. With this, like I just said, it's so many different things.
Yeah.
So it's just like you can master that one thing. Ooh, another project, master that other.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
so just repeated myself.
No,
10 fucking times. I'm off an hour of sleep, dude.
He just got off the plane.
Not even an hour, bro.
Just got off the plane from New York. So no, I appreciate you taking the time. No, I appreciate you coming on, dude.
Love it.
But to that point though, when you were first getting started, it's almost like, it seems like to you, there was so much to learn about it and how you could do so many different things. There were so many nuances to being an actor that excited you.
Totally,
that you could
dude.
see yourself doing it and not getting bored of it.
Yeah, it's, you can find one scene and find 100 different ways to play it. There's no wrong way to play a scene, in my opinion. You can play it you can play with all different types of emotions. I mean, you could do it passive aggressive. You could do it happy, even if it is supposed to be a sad scene. Like I did a film March of last year, and the director had written this scene to be comedic, but I don't know why I took a turn. I it was I don't know. It was, I took it as anger, and he was like, "Yeah, I like that." So it was just kind of like a cool no. It's just like, oh, you could do it. You could do it different ways. And
Yeah.
you know, I'm still learning, and I never want to stop learning.
Absolutely.
And that's I think the beauty of all of this. You never stop learning.
Yeah.
You can never truly master it.
Yeah.
You can, but
Yeah.
it
And
takes a while.
And I had this conversation with someone else recently how creative endeavors altogether, the best people that are at the top of their game are consistently evolving and consistently learning. So I think there's something to be said about that. Like, as someone who's not at the top of their game, to continuously realize that you can never just kick your feet up. You can never just stop. You have to just
You'll get beat.
You'll get beat,
You'll
and
get
then
beat.
also you'll get tired of it,
Yeah.
and you'll get bored.
Yeah.
So I think, like, to your point, like, of you having like endless possibilities of where you can take things, that just is another reason why you'll stay with it, because you won't. It's hard to get bored unless you choose to be like, this isn't satisfying me anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
There's like so much you can learn in the field.
so much, man.
So many different ways you could take it to, even past acting.
Yeah.
You know, all these actors that end up going into producing
Yeah.
and writing and directing, that's a whole nother world right there.
Yeah.
So
That's what I love about it, dude. I mean, and that you can find so many different turns to just kind of always make yourself ever growing. That did not fucking make sense. Always,
sure.
You can always find ways to grow within that. There's just so many turns. But I think another big part is the people, dude. I just fall in love with the people who are in this, who are so humble, and they are fun to work with. And I think that's what really makes it. That's like probably top. Love the people, and I think it's just amazing because everyone has that same passion that you have. And when you all come and work together, it's just like, it's like fireworks, bro.
absolutely, for sure, man. And I recently started watching, you know, Judd Apatow?
No. Who's
Okay. So Judd Apatow is director and producer for films like Superbad, Knocked Up, 40-Year-Old Virgin. You familiar with all these?
Yeah.
Okay. So those are classics, obviously. And so he works really closely with Seth Rogen, and he's been working with him for a long time now, and like helped him basically make who Seth Rogen is today. Was Judd Apatow is kind of like under his wing. So I started watching Judd Apatow's masterclass, and he talks about writing the scripts, and he does this thing where basically before they start shooting, they'll do like 6 months of basically like table reads and just
Prep.
going back and forth, prep work and stuff like that. And by the time they actually go to shoot, the script has changed because people
totally.
just throw their own spins on it, and they kind of improv scenes. And even when they're shooting, they'll do one that's like to the script, one that's like a little off kilter, and then one that's just like almost just have fun with it. So it's almost like he does like 3 different alternatives.
Yeah, you gotta have options.
You gotta have options, but I think, like, to your point with like the acting, there's so many ways you can play a scene.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly what he talks about,
It's
where
great.
it's almost like the way that you play a scene in the third take, which is like your improv take, then that can end up being the best part of that scene.
Yeah.
And it's like, I found that so beautiful, and I actually went to the point of I downloaded a couple of his screenplays, like PDFs, like the original scripts, and then I would watch the movie while reading through the screenplay.
Wow.
And you could literally see where they changed things up,
That
or
is
where they
so
took like
cool.
a chunk and moved it, and like, because it's not in the original screenplay the way that it is on camera.
Interesting.
And like even dialogue, you know, where dialogue will be completely changed because they improv'd it, or they rewrote it to like maybe have it just be funnier and that type of shit. Which I found that so interesting when I really started deep diving on that masterclass. I was like, there's so much more to it that people only see the end result. You know, they
Yeah.
don't,
My God.
they don't see everything else. So to see all the behind the scenes stuff was crazy to me, bro.
The creative mind is something that I don't think I'll ever wrap my head around. I'll keep trying though.
Yeah, dude.
Trying.
Dude, it's cool, bro. So to your point of like surrounding yourself with other creative minds, like that's the energy that creates that those better ideas
Yeah.
and like the script rewrites and just your relationship with your fellow actors, like how that
And the crew, dude. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
For sure.
Oh my god. That's why I love Arizona, because I don't know, if we're in a room like with an Arizona filmmakers event, like you can point out almost a lot, like everyone in there. That's why I love that. I'll be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Oh, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, I like that project you've been working on. Like it's just like in a big hub like LA or that, like it's not like that tight knit. It's kind of just like, I'm not shitting on LA. I mean, fuck LA, but
I'm not shitting on LA, but fuck them.
Dude, Arizona, I don't know, something about that tight knit. Also, people look out for you too.
For sure.
Yeah, I feel like it's very, very, it's selfless here.
Yeah.
I would say it's very selfless.
Yeah, compared to the bigger cities
Yeah.
where it's almost like
It's very
everyone for
cutthroat.
themselves.
Yeah, dude.
They're trying to, yeah, I mean, and to that point too, there's like so many more people that are trying to do it
Mhm.
out there, that go out there for that stuff. Whereas like if you're in it here, it's because you love it.
Yeah,
And I think that's
that could totally
the
translate.
difference, because there's a lot of people that are just trying to be working actors in LA and New York, and they just like go to everything, don't really like have the passion super hard or
Yeah.
whatever, and they just want to like get work.
Mhm.
You know? So they just like push everyone else out the way.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes, unfortunately, they do get work, and then they become and then there are other actors who are amazing that
Don't get the recognition.
yeah.
Interesting.
It
And
is.
it's do you think that's just because they showed up more?
I mean, I think, again, I'm very new to this. This is just my take. I think it's because they could potentially look the part or whatever.
I see.
If you look the part, bro, like the first thing I feel like a casting director sees is your headshot. It's
Yeah.
the first thing they're looking at.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
what do I know? I don't know.
I think there's some truth to that though, because there's a reason why you have to have multiple headshots in your like profile.
Totally.
And yeah, and I mean, you need to kind of like fit the script,
Yeah.
I guess, as well.
Yeah, I
so
mean-
maybe just some people have the
I mean,
look.
good on them.
Yeah,
Fuck it. They got a job. Cool.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the energy out here is definitely different. I think it comes from a place of like community versus.
Totally. I will
yeah.
always advocate for Arizona actors. Dude.
Yeah.
They are so cool, bro.
Yeah, and you went to ASU not necessarily for like any type of like film stuff. It was
No.
like communications. right?
Communications.
Yeah.
How'd you know that? Did I say that in the thing?
Research, brother.
Yo, what? Yo, that's crazy. I'm still learning how to communicate. I didn't retain anything from college, and I paid attention. Tell me what did I do wrong? I know the sender and receiver, and then there's a messenger in between. I just remember that diagram ever so slightly. I think I got it wrong too. That's all I remember. Apparently, you retain around it might be I don't know if I'm dyslexic too, man. 30% or 13%. You retain that from college, bro. I retained 0.3, man. Like,
Yeah.
hey, it doesn't matter. Real life experiences matter, honestly.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you say that you going to ASU helped you meet people in the scene though?
Oh my god.
Because that's where all of them were at.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the people, because again, bro, I love the fucking people in this. If it wasn't for the people, like I totally would have dropped out, bro. Like
Yeah.
literally when I had that epiphany that I was gonna be an actor, I was like to my mom, should I just drop out? She's like, you're a senior. Like, what do you do? I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. Yeah, I
True.
didn't drop out. Now I'm in debt.
Yo, hey.
You're trying to get out of it though. Hey, die in debt.
Yeah.
Like, cut that out.
Dude,
Sorry.
hey. No, it's all good. I feel like everyone has debt, man. But student loans probably like one of the biggest things
Yeah.
for a lot of people that they just push to the side. They're
Mhm.
like, I'll deal with that later.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck them.
Yeah. Yo, so I wanted to ask, I know you were skateboarding super early. Were you guys filming skate videos?
Oh
back in the
yeah,
day?
we
'Cause
had
that
we
was-
had edits with
Yeah.
with Young Thug and
Okay.
yeah,
Were you
it was-
editing it?
Was I editing it? Yeah,
Yeah.
just a little iMovie. We all did it. I mean, I was skating at Stoner Skate Plaza in
Oh, yeah,
West
yeah.
LA when I first moved out there. got a good group of friends out there. We would always make edits. It's cool.
Hell
They were
yeah.
always better than mine though.
Yo,
Yeah, because LA skater kids, bro.
they're crazy.
Insane.
No,
They
for
were doing
sure.
it their whole life.
They
like,
grew
literally
up without snow.
every day.
The season doesn't stop.
Yeah,
For sure.
that's why they're fucking monsters.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I mean, I think there's something to be said about some Arizona skaters like that too.
Well, like Jagger Eaton, you know Jagger
yeah,
Eaton. Yeah,
of course,
he's
I love
crazy.
Jagger Eaton. Yeah, man. Even like Deshaun Jordan, he's
Oh my god,
yeah.
is he still on Weekend? Is that was it? Oh wow, fuck, am I getting it wrong? It's Weekend Skateboards, right? Yeah, it was Weekend. No,
I'm not sure.
no. He was on what was he on, bro? Dude, he was on Sovereign. I think he was on Sovereign.
Was he?
Yeah,
I have some
think.
friends
I don't
that
know.
are friends with
Dyslexia.
him. I have friends that like have known him like just from Arizona, and then he went on to become professional.
I did
and
not know
personal.
he was Arizona.
Yeah.
What other skaters are in Arizona?
Jaws, Aaron.
Okay,
Homoki.
yeah, okay. Of course.
Fucking
Sheckler? No.
no, he's
He's San Clemente or
Yeah,
Southern
Cali.
California.
Um,
Jocelyn? No, he's Cerritos.
you know, I don't know anyone that's like specifically from here.
They got
mean,
some killer
those are
parks
some,
out
yeah,
here.
but like even just like the kids, you know, just the
dude.
kids that aren't even
what
signed.
the fuck are they
They're
feeding
just
them,
crazy,
dude?
dude. And
Yeah.
like I like going over to that one the main Tempe Park.
Is that T1? Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
T1.
that one.
The one that's like everyone goes to that's professional and they fucking skate that. They skate that
Yeah,
that
the-
step up like
Euro
it's
gap.
like 2
Yeah.
fucking feet,
So
but it's
like
really
this and
like
ooh,
fucking
yeah,
5.
dude.
It's like a 6-foot gap and they make it
Yeah,
look like it's
bro.
an inch.
That
dude.
is crazy, man.
Like I saw what's his name? Deshaun Jordan actually do laser flip. It was like laser flip into either nose manual or regular manual, but laser flip
Yeah.
manual on the Euro and then flip out.
Robots, bro.
Like that's where skateboarding is now. Like,
I
that's
know,
crazy.
bro.
It's like if you're not flipping in or out of your tricks, like you're bad. Like you're
Damn.
not.
That's what it's that's
well, like that's what it
crazy.
feels like.
Yeah,
where
you're
it's just
probably
like,
right.
It's like if you just do a regular like crooked grind, then
I mean,
like
you can make a crook look buttery.
for sure.
Like,
For sure.
buttery.
Yeah, for sure. I know exactly what you mean. But it's just like as far as like recognition by people, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, dope." But if you kickflip into it, then they're like, "Oh shit!" Like going, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just different, dude. And it's just like back in the day, like if you could even 50-50 a box, it was just like, "Oh shit!" He just
Really?
grinded. Like I mean, yeah. Back in like I mean, I've been skateboarding since 2008.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's just like to see back in, you know what? No, I will say even longer than that. I got my first board 2005. So I was skateboarding in 2005. Didn't really take it seriously until 2008. 'Cause that's when I started doing my own filming and editing and fisheye shit with
Yeah, you had a
using
VX?
DVD
You have a VX?
camcorders. No, I had a DVD camcorder. So it was technically like a step up from at the time, but I wish I would have had like the VX just because of nostalgia.
Oh yeah.
but the
Bro.
DVD camcorder, we had the fisheye on it. We were like doing it, and it was a whole thing. But I remember back in those days, like
those crews were fun, man.
yeah, man. I wanted to touch on that because I feel like that was probably almost in a way your first real exposure to like being on camera and like
Oh
you know,
yeah, I didn't
having
even think about that.
some sort of like
I still sucked though.
I mean, I saw some clips on your IG that you're pretty good, dude.
That's just Instagram though, bro.
I know, but like
Like
those are just
trust.
throwaway clips, and you're still killing them.
Those are parks though. Like street bro, never. I can never do that. I will never get booked, dude.
Hey, man.
Was that me?
Yeah. Dude
Totally.
is stoned.
You just totally just reminded me about that on camera. That didn't
Yeah.
translate to acting though.
Yeah, but it's still like on camera stuff or like editing.
Everyone
and like
wants to
kind
be
of
on camera.
getting-
Low-key.
not really, dude.
You don't think?
No,
Really?
I know people that don't want to be on camera.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
No, so I think this is something like that. If you have it, it's like there's a reason why. It's like if you wanted to be on camera, that's a parallel to who you ended up becoming as an adult.
Wow.
So
What a fucking sick parallel.
yeah,
Yo,
for sure.
dog.
But it's almost in the same way that like being an actor, wanting the recognition and wanting to get attention, that was probably something that you always loved, in performing for other people and like getting that love and that reaction from them was probably something that you loved as a kid.
Totally.
So it makes sense that you ended up getting into that field and you love it so much.
Yeah. Wow, you are opening my fucking mind, and it's crazy. I feel like that was when I first started acting, that was at first, but now when I get a script, I'm kind of just like, it still is for a part of it to have like everyone wants that.
Yeah.
But now I just think it's so fucking cool to pull from a script and make words come to life. That's where I'm at right now. Like, it's not so like, yeah, recognition, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I just want a job, and I want to do what I love right now.
Yeah.
Those are like the two things. I just want a fucking job, and I want to do what I love. And I want to meet people. Actually, I want to tell you a story. So
yeah,
I did a commercial out here. I've told everyone this, so it's so old. I did an Alka-Seltzer campaign out here. So I got the audition from my agent. It was like a hangover, man. I was like, okay, I can get drunk tonight.
Perfect.
So I got drunk, slept over. I was like to my friend Dylan, I was like, hey, do you want to get like fucked up tonight? Like, I have an audition tomorrow. I need to be hungover. He's like, yeah, let's go to blah, blah, blah. So we went there, got hungover, threw up. I don't think he knew that I threw up. Went to the audition. And
this is for working purposes. I had to get drunk and had to be hungover for my job.
did the audition, and after, I don't know what it is. We feel like a lot of actors have a negative narrative about themselves, and we need to just. My acting teacher out here told me that, and it's so fucking true. But I think we all do, and we need to just kick it away. But always after the audition, you always feel like, damn, I fucking sucked.
Yeah.
But then you get the call back. I got the call back. It was just like, we need you here, blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, I get to get drunk again.
Perfect.
Get drunk for the fucking callback. And then I remember the director, who I'm good friends with now, which is mind-boggling. He was like, you just fit the character so well. I was like, whoa, cool, thanks. I walked out of that room. I was like, I'm so not getting it. Like, that was so bad. Like, I feel like that was just not good. Again, negative narrative. But regardless if it was bad or not, you showed up and you did it. And that's something I'm trying to really take in and work from that, and just be better about just being a little bit more positive. So I ended up obviously getting it. We filmed it in Old Town, and the DP and the director I became really close with. And this is actually how I moved to New York. I remember seeing the director's story. He had posted an Instagram story. He's like, oh, I'm subletting my apartment for 3 months. And I remember I was at my mom's work, and I was like, should I move to New York? She's like, fuck it. Literally, I was like, okay, swiped up. I was like, hey, how much? He said number. I was like, okay. And then, like, I don't know if it was a month or a week later, I was like, yeah, I'm moving to New York. I told like my grandmother, my dad, I told all my friends, and they were like, whoa. So I went there, subletted his apartment for 3 months, and it was only supposed to be 3 months. And then somehow I got warped into being out there for 6. And then I just signed a year lease with my friend from high school out there.
At a different place?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've just been going place to place, dude, because I can't make up my fucking mind, bro. Like, I've literally subletted 3 months, then 2 months, and then now I'm in a 3-month one. And then I'm going to do a year one. Because, like, why not? I think everyone should live in New York, at least for like a year.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like you need to experience the city life.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's another thing that's not for everyone either. And, but
how do you know that if you didn't already do it, though?
For sure. I mean, and I guess it's like what people want for their own lives. Because, like, I've said that about Phoenix for a lot of people. Because, like, I grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Which is, you know, just...
You like the Griffins?
Dude, you know, that's so funny. Growing up, I would go to Griffins game all the time.
It's probably so cheap.
Yeah, well, back in the day, they would make that, like, field trips. Like,
that's
school
really
field
so
trips.
fun.
It was fun as fuck, for sure. But I never really got into to hockey outside of when we would go for school field trips. But yeah, it's funny that you even knew Griffins, bro. It's funny. No one knows Grand Rapids stuff. We got like Grand Rapids gold. The like no
Grand Rapids. Oh, also I want to touch on the campaign I did. I've been on 3 shoots with the DP. He's a good friend of mine now. Like, I literally text him about personal issues. I'm like, hey, how you doing, man? Like that's not, I'm not gonna get into personal. I'll be like, hey, how you doing, man? Good, how are you? I really don't want to get into it. Actually, fuck. Hold on, let me think. Let me think. He's just a good friend,
Yeah.
and I can talk to him about interpersonal stuff that I feel like you wouldn't naturally talk to a DP about. But since I've built that good relationship with him, that's what I want to translate into every single production that I'm on, is to just make a good friendship. Like networking, I feel like there's such a stereotype. It's just like to have an ulterior motive, right? When in reality, I think it's to make a good fucking friend and help each other.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
And same with the director. Shout out Brody. Shout out Noah. Oh my God, I love them so much.
Absolutely.
Changed my life, bro.
No, and that's actually a good segue into what I wanted to talk about, which is that it's networking and connections. Because in the entertainment industry, it's always one of the biggest things is networking and connections, and just being a good person, so that way you can actually make friends with people.
God. Just be transparent. Be a good fucking person.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, man. If you're a shitty person, like, hide that. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, so the reason why I wanted to talk about it was because in doing research, I saw that you were a part of quite a bit of like short film slash just like independent projects.
Yeah.
And I just kind of wanted to talk about how those happened, and was it just straight up network connections, or was it all friends that were shooting it, or what was that?
Do you have a specific one? Because there's
a bunch. I mean, there was a lot. I didn't want to list any specific ones.
Do you have one that you know right now?
Not right off top that I listed. But I saw that there were just a bunch of like shorts on your resume.
Yeah.
That you've just been a part of.
Yeah. So
I guess you could just talk about like the most notable one, or one that you got through connections, or through your network of people that you already built up, and
totally.
And then I guess I kind of want to talk about like the experience of working on like an independent, low budget type of deals as well.
Well, a couple of them were definitely student films, and then those students graduated, and then they did indies, and then again, it's just like making fucking friends.
Yeah.
Like just make friends and get to know someone genuinely. Like it really is that simple, and then help them out, and then they'll help you out. Because if you guys share your goals, and you guys really care about each other and want each other to succeed, I think it's really that easy to happen. But trying to think. So I just did a film the other week. I was just a dead dude. It was actually my friend Noah, the DP. Oh, actually, okay. So when I was in New York, he hit me up. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing these dates? Blah blah blah." Like short, New Jersey. I was like, "Okay, I'm there." There I was just I don't know. I had a hero shot, and that's just kind of like where it was very simple. But then there was another guy on there. His name's Jack. We call him Baby Jack. He was the first AC, I think, on there.
Okay.
I think, and got really close with him. And he's friends with Noah. I'm just gonna use his name, Noah, the DP, whatever. And he started writing a film, and he got Noah to DP it. And I was like, hey, is there any, you need any help or anything? Can I be a part of it? I'd love to help you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, I was actually thinking about you playing this part. And then I guess that's how I got it.
Hell yeah, dude. So it is through connections and just having friends that are doing things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if anyone doesn't understand these technical terms, DP is director of photography.
Oh, sorry.
AC, assistant camera.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of these terms that we're throwing around, industry talk. But that's it's so cool to be able to be directly connected to these people.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
That's those are some of the main people in production.
Yeah,
are those positions as well. So to be able to be connected with them, it's like you might as well just be connected with the director and like the writer of the story.
High key.
Directly.
I think any sorry.
No, keep going. Yeah.
I think any position on film, if you're a PA or whatever, I still think anyone can help out. What am I trying to say? I feel like you can elevate with someone from any position on crew. Like a PA could also be a director, a gaffer could also be a PA. Like it's just like that's also the thing about like excelling in different parts of that. Like,
Yeah.
why not just like try a little taste of everything, right?
For sure, yeah, and that's a good point where like a PA production assistant.
Yeah, production assistant.
So just so people understand what we're saying, like a production assistant is generally seen as kind of like the person that runs and goes to get coffee, or
Yeah,
like
dude.
fucking just kind of does all the mundane things that aren't necessarily
We all got to do that though.
super critical, but that's part of the crew.
They're so crucial.
So it's just like they can still bring good energy to the team.
Totally.
And they could still give good ideas. They could still potentially bring people in that they might think would be good for certain things, or I think like PA is sometimes seen as like a low totem pole type of thing, but it's just like that can be that, like being a PA on the right set can put you in a position to like have
totally
the best career of your life.
Totally. Tarantino started out as a PA.
Did he?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Right there.
You got to start off somewhere.
You got to start off somewhere.
At the end of the day, it's just all a collaboration, and you need everyone.
Yeah.
You can't not have a PA. I mean, sometimes you don't have a PA,
But then what happens is the
Shit
people that are
flows.
doing other jobs end up being the PAs because there's still someone that needs to do all this.
it's also
the
a great
little things.
experience.
Yeah.
Why would you not want a PA, production assistant? It's so funny. There's also a production company out here. When I first started, I remember I was looking at my friend's resume, because his resume is to the fucking roof, and I was like, I want to be like that. I was looking at his resume, and I saw a production company he worked with, and I saw it was Arizona local. Went to their website. I was like, hey, my name is Berk. I'm new to the industry, but I would always love an opportunity, like something like that. It was crafted out because I really gotta care about this.
Yeah.
And then they actually emailed me back, and I've done, I think, 5 gigs with them. The bar that I work at right now, I'll literally be working and I'll see the commercial that I helped out on TV. It's so, like I've seen it so many times. I'm like, hey, I built that chair, built the desk. I'm like, huh, wow. Yeah, it's just, that's
sweet.
I've worked at a couple different bars, and I've seen it at all of those bars.
Wow.
Two in Arizona, 1 in New York City. So weird.
Dang.
So weird. And I'm friends with the guy who's in that too, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's like acting in it.
Yeah, I also think that's hilarious. Like he gave me some good advice too. He gave
Yeah.
me some good advice. And again, that's another thing. Like, make fucking friends.
Yeah, dude, and that's cool. Like that's how it starts. Where it's like you see things that you built things on set, and you might know someone in there, but then eventually you're gonna be looking at a commercial and being like, "That's me." Yo,
I mean, as
you're
long
looking
as
at
you're
a
always
show.
getting better, like,
Yeah,
I mean, it's hard to not be down on yourself when you get so many no's from it, like so many auditions, and then you don't hear back, but that's just how it is. But you always gotta keep a steady trajectory, always going up, whether that's practicing scenes or monologues or in class. Like, I'm bouncing around classes in New York trying to find the right one. And I'm reading a couple plays right now, and then I just picked up a book from the drama bookstore in Midtown.
ooh,
It was I think it was 100 monologues for actors from TV. Some I don't remember the title, but I'm reading that right now. I'm just always trying to just like elevate the game, dude.
absolutely. Stay learning, man. Stay hungry, and that's just gonna make you better overall. And
It's
being
still very hard though, man.
Yeah, and being so young, I think there's really something to be said about you wanting to do all of that groundwork is really what it is just kind of paying your dues in
You
a
gotta
way.
build a foundation somehow.
Building the foundation.
You can't rise straight to the top, dude. Like I always tell my friend this. Like, you can't rise straight to the top. Like, you need to build what you have so you have credibility. And I feel like I just came to a realization of this the other day. He actually helped me out with this. I was like, people want to hear a story about how you come. Nobody wants to hear like, oh, I just did a one-hit wonder and then it blew up or whatever. People,
Yeah.
what the fuck am I saying? I have no idea what I'm saying, bro. I'm like hallucinating right now, dude. I'm gonna pop a Zin, actually.
Well, you're talking about how like you can't just go up from 0 to like 1,000. And I think that's like a good point where like you need to build up and you need to kind of pay your dues and you need to educate yourself and you need to constantly get better.
Can you cut that out?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll keep the camera on me while you're doing all that. Dude, you are funny, dude.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm like sweating right now, bro. Fuck, wait, stop laughing.
Right.
Papa Zin, bruh. I can't.
We are not sponsored by Zyn. We can be though. All right. But you're talking about how you can't go from 0 to like 1,000. You can't go from nothing to just already like being at the top of your game. You need to like gradually build yourself up, build a platform, build a foundation, like you were saying. I think there's a lot of truth to that, and it's almost like that kind of goes back to like building the connections, making friends, paying your dues, being a production assistant, doing all these things.
Totally, bro.
Yeah,
totally, bro. Like, I mean, as you said, like actors want that attention, blah blah blah. But I hate this because no one wants to hear that. But like, fuck what people think. Like for real, like frick what people think. Like, build your own story. Everyone has their own journey at the end of the day, and that's the story that matters in your life. So I mean, whatever it is, good for them. That did not make fucking sense at all.
No, it does, man. Everyone has their own journey, but I think it's still the parallel in everyone's life is that it's always like one thing that turns into something else. It's rarely you get one thing and then you're all of a sudden Brad Pitt. You don't just get one commercial and then you're at the top of the Hollywood lists or whatever. There needs to be that resume build up, and then people are going to look back later and see, oh, he was in all these other things before he was who he is today.
I feel like there's a stigma that people really want that. They want to rise to the top.
Yeah, of course.
But is there like a sense of fulfillment in your life? Like, I'm asking like this as a question. I wonder, because we all want that, but once it's there, what now? You had it.
And that's the thing. And that's I'm glad you say it like that, because I think a lot of people in music and in movies, same kind of deal, where they want to be the big artists, but they don't know what it takes to get to that point. And B, they wouldn't know what the fuck to do if they were at that point. If they were at that point, they would probably lose that energy real quick because they would get discouraged because they were feeling down on themselves or something, like these people do, but they're just professionals and they get through it.
Yeah.
Or like the fact that like people just think it's too hard. Like when you get to that level, people aren't going to realize that it's hard to upkeep that level. So it's like to be a Tom Cruise.
I don't even know, dude. It probably is fucking hard, bro. For real. You just gotta I didn't even think about that. That's crazy, dude. Oh my god.
You just gotta keep upping yourself, like basically like leveling up your own creativity, but you're Tom Cruise.
The trajectory,
just like,
bro.
Yeah, like,
steady, just up.
Like what kind of pressure do you think that must feel like? And
so much.
If he was
all eyes on you, all eyes on you,
and if he was a nobody getting roles like that, then like, I don't think he would perform as well as he does because he's been through this for so long.
Built the fucking foundation.
And that's it. And that's your point, man, where it's just kind of like building that foundation is so important. And
so important.
And you kind of doing all these independent films and helping all these people that are your close friends that you end up, working on other things with them. That's what it takes.
It's a blessing, dude.
This is like the building of the foundation is happening in real time for you right now.
No, it's true. It's truly like a gift. Like you don't really think about it in the moment, but when it comes to realization, you realize you're in that journey with whatever endeavor it may be, and you have this sense of fulfillment that you're doing it. You really are doing it. I mean, you deserve a round of applause. Like, go celebrate. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure, man. And I think there's something.
Sometimes go celebrate. Don't get too drunk.
Get drunk before your audition as a hungover guy.
Yo,
dude,
that's crazy.
So
I 4K'd myself high key on that, dude. That's crazy.
I love that you did it though, because it made you become the best hungover version of yourself. That was perfect for the part.
On set, I was not hungover.
On set, you were sober?
I was, yes. I was sober. Fun fucking
It's like
set. Oh my God. What a
my
great
intention was to be
yo.
hungover.
Oh my God, brother.
Dude, but I think it's something about being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to be said about that in entertainment. Just because like being on the right set, being seen by the right person can get you future jobs
Yeah.
and can make you relationships that you end up carrying for the rest of your career. Being in the right place at the right time can get you with the right agency that gets you good plugs.
Yeah, dude.
And
Yeah.
shit like that. Like, so I think that's something that it sounds like a lot of your work has come from being in the right place at the right
I
time.
mean, opportunity is when luck and preparation meet.
Yeah,
And it's just all divine timing at the end of the day. And
absolutely.
luckily, I've stepped into some of that divine timing. Some I haven't, but I'm learning, as we all are.
Yeah,
I'm just thankful for it.
absolutely, man. No, I love it. It's got you to where you are today to continue to grow, especially being in a
Totally.
city like New York. Like you have probably a lot more potential opportunities, even when it comes to like being extras in movies
Yeah.
and TV shows that are nationally broadcasted.
Totally.
And, yeah.
I mean, I work at a bar right now, and every opportunity that I get to talk to someone, I mean, I need to talk to them. But I'm so thankful for that. Like working at a bar where the people that come in have the potential to change your life, so to speak, or whatever. I don't know. It's whether what career you're in, I always want to hear about it. I think we can take stuff from everyone and learn, and we can use that for ourselves, and we can also help them. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, for sure.
Just the bartender, dude.
Hey,
I just work here.
And going into it with like a mindset of like just meeting people and being friendly and being nice, and if we build a friendship or like some sort of connection, then that's awesome.
Mhm.
But you're not necessarily going into it like with the, like you said, like the ulterior motives
Mhm.
of just like, I'm gonna use this person da 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 da. It's like you just go into it trying to be friends with them first, and then if you just so happen to find out that they're also in the entertainment industry, then that's when you put, I'm in the entertainment
Yeah.
industry, and then that's when you make another connection right there.
Totally.
When you're already friends.
I mean,
in a
that's
way.
happened a couple times
Yeah.
too. I mean, that's usually the icebreakers of how you bond when you meet someone. You're like, oh, you're a director, oh, I'm an actor. I'm like, oh, can I send you my stuff or whatever? And then get to know them. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It wasn't meant to be. Next, I guess.
Yeah.
It wasn't a interpersonal connection to be made. So, I mean, no hard feelings, I guess.
Absolutely. And it's in New York too. I'm sure there's a lot more people that are involved in the
There's so many
entertainment
people.
industry.
So many people, bro.
Hey, Martians, real quick. I appreciate you taking the time to listen or watch wherever you are in the world. Over the last few months, the Martian family has grown so much. I could not be more thankful for all of my guests and every single one of you who continue to tune in every single week. Subscribers, ratings, likes, and comments all help us grow here on Mars. And it would mean the world. If you haven't already, please go to onmarspod.com/subscribe to subscribe on YouTube. Like and leave a comment, rate us on Spotify. All this good stuff helps keep the engine running to inspire Martians all over the world. P.S. Follow us on Instagram @onmarspod. Okay, let's get back to it.
Can you Rubik's Cube or no?
Yeah.
Can I mess it up and you do it?
Yeah.
Don't look, bro. Close your eyes.
I'm not looking.
Close your.
I'm not looking.
Should I time you? Can I time you or no?
Yeah.
Can you do it under a minute? Dude, I don't really. Am I dumb? I don't understand how people do things. Stop looking.
I could do it under 2 minutes for sure. But
I'm just gonna intensely look at you.
okay.
So what are you looking
Are we
at
gonna
right now?
are we gonna time it?
I believe you. What are you looking at right now?
So right now I'm basically looking at the cube trying to find where the pieces are that I need. Because if you think about it, all the middle pieces are always going to be the same. And like this course, that's how you tell which side is which color. So for instance, like this is the white side, this is the orange side, this is yellow, this is red, and this is green, and this is blue. And it will always be that because the core middle one never changes. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's how you can know which sides are going to end up being what color. So what I look for is like, for instance, I like to start on the green side which this is green here because I lost the sticker for it back in the day. So I put a little green marker on it.
Oh,
so
yeah?
I never forgot. But anyways, so I look for all of the green side pieces. So like green side piece, green side piece, green side piece, green side piece. Those are the 4 right there that I need. So basically I need to put those on this side. So then I'll basically do this thing where I can move like that, where now I have 3 side pieces on the green side. Now I just need that last one, which is right there. So now I got the cross, and then you start doing the corners on that side. So then you look for the green corner pieces. So for instance, I need the orange, white, and green corner piece. That's the only place that one can go. And then you do the same thing with like the orange and the yellow right there. So then you put that one there, and then you put this guy here, and then last one, boom. So then you got green side and the top layer done. And then you basically just do that as fast as you can. And just like, for instance, like that orange and white piece, that needs to go between orange and white. So that piece needs to go there. So then you basically like do algorithms to be able to take them and put them in those places. So
Algorithms.
yeah, so it's kind of like
I like that word.
yeah, so it's and actually did the wrong one there, but yeah, so and it's funny because a lot of this stuff becomes muscle memory. So if I break it down like this, sometimes I'll actually fuck it up because it's like I'm doing it out of the process. But yeah, like I just moved that into there. So I'll just try to run it real quick just so we could fucking get back to it. But let's see here.
That shit's always been crazy to me.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I've
Rubik's Cube.
always loved to do it. But like now, like you can see like the second layer is done now.
What?
So then now you got like the cross on top that you want to try to get.
Wait, hit him with it real quick.
Hit him with
it.
With the what?
Hit him with it, bro. Get it done.
So I can get it done. All right. So let's move this here. Almost. All right. Now we're in the good graces. So now this is when we just basically fill that top part up with the good blues. And we are almost done. That was probably like 2 minutes. There you go.
What the hell, bro? That's crazy. Is it weird that I'm like ecstatic about this?
No, it's cool, man. And then you could do like cool like tricks with it once it's solved too. Like you can like, let me show you something real quick. It's dope. Like you can do shit like this where almost like do little like, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like almost like a design and then come back out of it. Or even like do like the classic like checkerboard type shit.
What?
Where it's like, yeah. Like that. Where it's like all checkered.
Yo.
Yeah. But yeah, dude. I learned how to do it in 8th grade.
I'm gonna fuck with this while we're
Yeah, cool.
I have ADHD.
It's all good. Yeah, dude.
Try to solve it.
But I keep it right on the table here.
Keep it tucked.
Yeah, keep it tucked, bro. Keep that thing on me, bro.
Hey yo.
So yeah, I guess we already kind of talked about ASU and like meeting people out there, and I wanted to talk about your time in Alpha Epsilon Pi.
Oh my god. The Jewish fraternity, baby, gotta let them know.
Okay, so
Gotta let 'em
you're
know,
Jewish?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, hell yeah. That's what's up. So this is the Jewish fraternity in ASU, and what was the what was that experience like?
Well, I rushed during COVID, so it was so different than what it usually is. But I mean, it was fun. I was actually, before I came over, I was with some of my best friends, just hanging out. I was actually with my big. He's kind of like the mentor when you first get in. He kind of shows you the way. It's funny because I'm older than him, And he has a big, so that's my grand big, and I'm older than my grand big. I rushed when I transferred to ASU when I was a junior, because you do 2 years at a community college, and then you get your associates in whatever it was, and then you transfer, and then you save money, but you really don't save money on the 4 year. They don't tell you that though. And yeah, I mean, that was fun. Another good experience in that was my big and I, Matt. We were Philo chairs, philanthropy. So we organized a little event, raised some money, got some ice cream. That was one of a good deed that I've done.
Like a highlight.
Yeah, that was really cool.
So what was the purpose of joining the frat? Was it just like for community, or like did you want it to like
totally Jewish community? I think we all need to be in tune with who we are, and just where I grew up in Boston, there was a lot of Jewish people there, and then I moved to Cali, and there was no Jewish people there, at least where I was. Right. So my mom was always just like, you should absolutely join the Jewish fraternity, because I was thinking about joining other frats. I rushed other frats. I tried to get a bit at other frats. I did, but at the end, the Jewish fraternity, it's AE Pi. I can't believe you found that. How'd you find that? You go on my LinkedIn, dude?
Dude, I do research, all right?
That's crazy. Yeah, that was super cool. I mean, in the moment, everyone was just so fun, but we all have our own lives. I have friends that are getting married in there, and it was just, it was all around a great experience, and it inevitably set me up for my life of what I have now. It taught me how to be a better friend. Most importantly, it taught me how to listen better. It really helped me channel some of my values, and I thank it for that. It's expensive though
to be in there.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Really? Oh, I didn't realize you paid.
You pay your dues.
Pay your dues.
Like literally. Yeah.
You pay
your fucking dues. Hey man, it's worth it. It's an experience.
For sure.
Never regret anything. I feel like when I hear people say like, oh, I regret doing this, like I feel like you just shouldn't, because that helps you learn. And I also think failure is such a good thing. I think failure gets such a bad rep for itself, but I really think it's such a good thing, because you can use what you failed with and learn from that and not do it next time. And then if you fail the next time, just keep fucking learning.
Yeah.
Like even not just acting, with anything, entrepreneurship, starting a business, doing a podcast, you see what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
Whether as people who aren't really into it, they'll fail, they'll be down on themselves, and then they'll give up. And there's no shame in that. Maybe it just wasn't meant to be. But even if you give up, I still think you can use failure as a lesson. I have no idea what that had to do with AE Pi.
Well, I think it's a great life thing, because even to tie it back to the parallel of skateboarding, like that's all skateboarding is.
Oh yeah,
is literally
you gotta
falling.
You got to pay to play.
Yeah, you have to fall to get back up to know what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
and you're gonna fall again.
And then you got to fall again. Exactly. And then you can potentially get things to a point where you can do them first try, and like get them locked into a point where that's like your go-to tricks. Yeah. Especially on like flat ground and stuff like that. But I had a conversation with one of my homies, Thad. He's in the band This Modern, and we were talking, because he's a skateboarder as well. And I told him, I said, a lot of the people that were skateboarders, they end up being like the non-bitches, like because they fell and they were able to get back up, and they're not the woe is me people, because they're the ones that tried and failed and got back up.
That's good.
And sometimes like people that weren't skateboarding, and this is kind of the way I put it, it's just like skateboarding as a kid kind of weeds out the pussies, low
key,
like the kids that couldn't fall and scrape their knees, scrape their elbows, and then get back up and try it again. They didn't want it that bad, and also they're just bitches that are trying to look for like
damn, call them out, man.
Call them out, bro.
Go hard, Harry Mars.
No, I'm just saying, it's like, it's funny, but it's true. Like people that like that in that same world, like in that same like line of thinking, people that can't fail and get back up and try again because it was either too hard or they have a fear of failure. Those are the people that don't end up making it. Point blank, period.
In skateboarding or just in general?
In anything, especially in creative fields as well. Like with this music shit, with movies, with TV, with any entertainment industry like job, you need to have failures. Otherwise,
Totally,
you will
brother.
never be.
And you
the
won't have a
best.
fucking story.
That's true.
You want I think a story is such a good back for everything. It just shows what you've done, how you overcame it, how you dealt with it, how you got better.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very attractive trait too.
Yeah, absolutely. Agreed, man. And I think in our lines of work, it's something it's almost just, it's par for the course. You need it just to, it's like
You need it.
Yeah,
Like you need it.
Yeah, you need it.
You need it.
It's actually, yeah. It's the cost of entry is failing a bunch of times. That's
The rite of passage.
It's a rite of passage. Yeah, there's so many analogies we can
So
say.
many fucking I love analogies. Keep them fucking coming, brother. Amazing.
All right.
It's fucking Rubik's Cube, bro.
Dude, I love that you're still playing with it.
Bro, I swear, ADHD, dyslexia, OCD, everything, just all in one. I wouldn't change a thing.
Hell yeah, dude. It's part of your story.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, let's fucking go, bro.
Man. So I guess now I do want to talk a little bit more as we start to close out a little bit. Moving to New York,
Yeah.
and that was kind of a recent move for you
Totally.
within the past year.
Yeah.
So how many months ago was it now?
June 1st. Oh my God, bro. I know a kid who doesn't know his months. I still think it was back in sophomore year of high school. He was like, December, April. I'm like, brother, whatever. I'm not going to say his name.
So in June of like 23.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so that's like
dude.
7 months now.
That's so crazy. Time goes by there so quick, dude.
Yeah.
So quick. I mean, I work almost every day there.
Yeah.
I mean, another thing about New York that I truly admire is that I know so many people, and I'm sure almost everyone there has 2 jobs. You need it. It's too fucking expensive there, bro.
Yeah.
You need 2 jobs, and even with 2 jobs, you can't fucking do anything.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
Man,
but yeah,
it's
but
funny.
you know, story wouldn't change a thing.
Absolutely, man. But moving to New York, how did that change your ability to find jobs as far as like industry work? And are you doing more auditions? Are there more opportunities out there? Are you finding that there's more people connected in the entertainment industry, like we were saying earlier, that you are able to directly connect with? Like in that sense, how has it changed your life?
So in New York, as of right now, I'm still working on getting an agent there, and I feel like I'm very, very close. I've been manifesting it. I've been putting in the work. I feel like I've been trying to really just like hammer down that. But I have an agent in the Southwest region, kind of near Texas, and then I have an agent in Arizona. So a majority of my auditions come from them.
Okay.
And I just self-submit on everything. I actually just recently signed with a manager out in LA, which is pretty cool. So she knows clients in New York, and the majority of the jobs I've done in New York, I think I've done 2 or 3, which honestly I think is pretty good for 7 months.
For sure.
People, I was listening to someone. I think it was Mark Ruffalo. He went on. I don't know how many auditions, but I think he went like 5 years without getting booked on something. And
Crazy.
the statistics, if you look at them, like I think I submitted on, this is self-submission, just this. I think I submitted on like 700 and something projects. I got like 80 auditions. I got 15 callbacks. And then I have like a whole chart on this. I booked like 10. And in that booking, I think 8 of them were from friends.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's,
damn.
yeah, dude.
I mean, that's the stats on like, so it's basically like 2 that weren't friend connections that you actually ended up booking out of 700 plus.
Those weren't even in New York, brother. That's crazy.
Dude.
It's fucked.
No, and that's the shit right there where it's like, if you would have done half the number that of odd, like, or even trying to, like 300 or whatever, you might not have even booked one. And that's the crazy thing where it's just like when we talk about like failing and not like giving up early, like you got to be willing to fail and just try again, try.
I think longevity is a big part in this. People who usually stick it out for the long run really want it. They tend to succeed, whereas it's short term, they get discouraged. They see that, and really it's super hard to not get discouraged.
Yeah.
It's super hard. It's super hard to not get discouraged. Like you got to have something in you to just keep going. And I'm not gonna lie, I go through that too. Sometimes I want to give up, but I feel like I was listening to Bradley Cooper talk the other day, and someone's asking him, "Do you ever think about giving up?" He's like, "Yeah, thought about giving up the other day."
Yeah,
Bradley Cooper, bro.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, Bradley Cooper, Mark Ruffalo, these are household names at this point in the acting world of Hollywood. So that's people at the top of their game going 5 years without booking something.
Yeah, that should say something.
That should say something. Exactly.
Yeah, stick with it, brother.
You just got to stay with it. The story is always the same. Like the people that like stood with it are the ones that usually end up making it. And I think that goes for
what is making it though? Like there's so many different definitions and parallels you could compare to making it, but is making it getting that one thing, or is making it what we're doing right now? I think we're making it right now. I think this is fucking making it.
I think we're making it in the sense of we're doing it, but I think to me, making it is making your passion your full-time career, and you're not having to work other jobs, you know?
Yeah.
For instance, like if I was doing this podcast full-time and making a living off of it, then that would be making it in the podcast world. Like when you stop working bar jobs because I
don't think I'll ever stop working bar jobs. I always think about this. I'm like, if I get a series regular or recurring role, I literally talked to my manager. I was like, I still want to work here. I just think it's so bartending is just so fucking cool, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, so sick. I don't know why I love bartending.
It will probably be a little different conversation when it's just like, all right, like you're making $70K for this one film, and like that's like, you know, probably 2 times more than like what you could make on like a salary at a restaurant or something like that, depending on where you work and how often you work, how many tips you get and all that shit. But it's just like when the money is like there from like your passion, it's probably going to be a lot easier for you to be like, yeah, it doesn't make sense for me to work at the bar
money is the root
anymore.
of everything, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's just like, and I think that's kind of like the thing with making it, where everyone obviously wants to have a job in the industries that they're working in. So once you can make it so that way you have either like a series that's paying you on a consistent basis, or even just multiple things that add up throughout the year that are like gigs, and you're making more than you would make in a regular job. That's making it. Yeah, and like being a working actor. Yeah, because that's really, at the end of the day, that's what Bradley Cooper and Mark Ruffalo are. They're working actors. They just so happen to get booked on some major productions. But there's a bunch of movies that they're both in that we've probably never watched or even heard of, because they were just working. Like they were just doing it for the checks.
Fucking job,
yeah, they were just doing their job. And a lot of them, like, you know, they end up slipping through the cracks, like the A Star Is Born type of roles, or like Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk, you know, like those become like roles that end up coming 20 years in the game, you know, like people don't even know all their other movies, but then all of a sudden he's the Hulk, and A Star Is Born, Bradley Cooper is on the screen, and now
it was broadcasted to the masses, dude.
Exactly.
The publicity on it was insane. I think that's what really makes us know those actors.
Absolutely. And those guys wouldn't have got to that point had they not been putting in the hours and going to thousands of interviews or auditions, rather, like literally thousands of auditions that they have to go through, probably on like a yearly basis.
My mom actually sent me a video about, I forget who it was. It was a YouTuber. It's just like, 1,000 auditions, and I booked one. She's like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" I was like, "Mother, you told me you should have been an actor or model." what do you think this is? I don't know. Shout out, mom.
Yeah, shout out, mom.
Shout out, mom.
She was the original inspiration for you to
Dude,
be
I wonder if
actor,
she
model.
knows that. I think I've told her that. She's like, really? That
Hey.
got you? I was like, yeah. I want to prove something to you. No, I'm just
that I
kidding.
can actually
I don't
do
got
it.
anything to prove.
No,
Maybe
no,
I do.
I think it's when she said that it almost probably put some sort of like confidence in you that you can do it.
Totally.
And I think that that's huge. And a lot of parents might be really quick to say, you know, like, are you sure? Like, but not even telling you like as a kid, oh, you should be an actor or a model. Like almost from the beginning, just saying like you shouldn't be an actor or model because of XYZ. And
That
the
would definitely
chances.
make someone want to do it though.
Sometimes,
Right.
but like and I think that, yeah, like definitely like the right person can almost see that as motivation to like prove them wrong type shit. But at the same time, on the other hand, like people that really like live and die by the approval of other people, especially their parents, having their parents be the first ones to tell them that they shouldn't do something and giving logical explanations why, they almost create that narrative for themselves going into their own lives and just saying like, well, my mom said that this is going to be hard and this is that and this is whatever, rather than going out and just trying it for yourself and like just learning it. But and yeah, I think but I really do feel like the parents that encourage you to do things that might be tough or even support you in doing things that are tough, especially in entertainment, those are the kids that end up making it.
Yep.
It's like for real, you know what
Just
I mean?
need some positive reinforcement.
Yeah, for sure. From all directions. It's like from your parents especially.
Yeah.
I think that's a really big deal.
You got to have a good network of friends too. I think friends hold each other accountable, and I think there is a trait where you need to have that in the friends that you have. Otherwise, like what's the point of that? Like all my friends are so supportive of it, and I love it.
Yeah.
It is amazing. I'm blessed with the amount of friends that I have that will always advocate for me, and I'll advocate for them, and it's really hard to come by that these days.
Absolutely.
It really is.
Absolutely, man. Especially in these fields, like you need to have that.
Yeah. And it's always reciprocal. Like I'm always advocating for the homies. Got to, bro.
Yeah.
Got to.
Absolutely,
bro.
Absolutely, man. I mean, it's like this podcast is like a testament to that. Like the fact
this
that
is fucking
you even
sick, dude.
Thank
This
you,
is
bro.
so sick. I
really
was telling you
appreciate
this. Like I love this, bro.
Thank
So
you.
aesthetic, dude.
Thank you, man.
I love how it says Mars on everything. You're doing a great fucking job, bro.
Thanks, dude.
Swear, bro.
No, everything is everything is intentional here. But it's
great.
just like all the people that have been on this pod are all crew. Like people that I
know,
that I
bro.
keep close to me and like people like friends that are just that I support me, and you know, and that just goes like with what you're saying, like having people around you that support you. Like this is so important, you know, to have people that want to be on, that, you know, you hit me up to be on here.
Yeah.
You were one of the first guests that's actually come on from hitting me up. I've had a couple people hit me up to be on, and I'm sorry that I haven't got you on, but I don't know you. So right now I'm still in a position to getting people on that I know or direct connections from other people that I know very well. Like for instance, there was an artist, Wyatt Berry. He was the first person that I met on the pod. Didn't even know him when he
Really?
walked up to the door.
That's a good icebreaker, though.
It was cool, man. And
It's
it
like
was
creating a friendship.
literally, that's
Are you
exactly,
friends with him now?
yeah,
Hell
for
yeah.
sure. Wyatt Berry.
Wyatt Berry.
Yeah, dude, he's a great musician. He
Wow.
actually played a song on the pod.
What?
Yeah, dude,
Right
it
here?
was
With guitar.
Yeah,
Piano?
he had his own guitar. I told him
What a
to.
prop.
Yeah, dude, it was great. But it's like little things like that. Like the reason why I had you on is because I already knew you. I met you through Chase. So it's just like the connections like that I think are so important. And on that note, I potentially will get to a point where I book people that I don't know. But for now, I have a lot of people that I'm trying to get through that I just feel would be really good for the pod. And when you reached out, I was like, dude, thank you for reaching out, because I think you were a great addition to the pod, man.
I'm so thankful for you having me here.
Absolutely,
Truthfully.
man. No, it means the world, bro. So to wrap up here, let's talk about what you got going on. I got you're in New York now.
Yeah.
Are you working on anything right now that you're excited about? Do you have anything coming up soon, or what's going on?
Yeah, so I got a couple auditions coming up. I actually have one that's due tomorrow, but I've been working, flying, so you got to account for life in that. But I actually just booked a commercial through an agent of mine. It's in Texas, so I'm getting back to New York on Friday. I'm working all weekend, and then I'm going to Texas on Monday, and I actually have a couple friends there. I might stay with them. I actually have a friend who's lending me his car, which is so fucking cool.
Ooh,
Yeah, that dude's sick.
and you're staying at his crib?
I think I'm gonna sleep in the car.
Why?
I don't know. Why not?
Well, I mean, if you had a house to sleep in.
I don't got a house to sleep in.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you in the army.
Oh, he's in the army?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I can't go to the barracks.
Damn.
I don't know if I should have said that.
It's all
I'm gonna
good. You
sleep
didn't
in
say
the car.
anything. No, dude. I mean, but that's the
sleeping in
starving artist, dude.
No, but I'm not starving. Like I could afford a hotel. I don't know why. I just like that. It's just so fun. Like, why not sleep in a fucking car? I don't know if he knows that I'm gonna do that yet.
Yeah.
He's gonna come out and be like, "You slept in my fucking car." Park outside of Walmart, dude.
Dude, hey.
I just think that just makes a good story.
Yeah.
Because people be like, "Why the fuck did you sleep in a car?" We're like, "Why not?" When I drove cross country, I was so broke. Like, literally, something in my mind, I was like, if I break down in a city, that is where I'm gonna live. That is where I'm gonna make a living. And it didn't happen. But I slept in my car a couple times. I slept in my car in Birmingham, some places in Mississippi, and it was dead summer, bro. It was dead summer. I was dying. I was dripping sweat. I was in the passenger seat. This is literally how I was sleeping.
Where were you driving from?
I was driving from Tucson to Clemson.
Clemson.
I would not change a fucking thing about that, dude.
Where's Clemson?
It's in South Carolina.
Oh, so that's when you were making that trek to South Carolina.
Yeah, that was just a big decompress, just like truly thinking, just like really going through thoughts and trying to really determine what I'm trying to do. And I knew that I wanted that in that moment, but now that I think about it, it really set it up. It really set me up for what I'm doing now, and that's just being adventurous, not giving a fuck. And I think that's a big thing, and not give a shit. Don't give a fuck, bro. Fucking don't care about anything to an extent.
Yeah.
Shout out Mark Manson. That's my favorite author, dude. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Oh my God. I love that book. My friend Evelyn has that book right now, and I think she finished it. I need to get it back because I want to read it again.
Yeah, dude. And then he had the sequel too. Everything's Hope. Yeah, it's called Everything's Fucked, a book about hope.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love his quotes, dude.
Yeah, dude. No, do you read a lot? I mean, do you try to stay?
I try to keep myself accountable. I mean, just buying books, more books, that usually kind of helps. And then I write down how many books I want to read in a year. And then so that's something like hovering over my head. So that's what I try and do. Yeah. But again, it's hard for ADHD, but we try to fucking power through it.
Yeah, man. No, and that's part of the keep educating, keep leveling up and becoming a better version of yourself. Really, that's what that is. Yeah. So fuck yeah, dude. This has been amazing. I
love it. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, bro. I mean, Martians, go follow Berk online. It's at Berk_homie.
Yep.
So
stage name.
Yeah, that's his unofficial stage name, Berk homie. We almost didn't use his last name for this episode.
That's all jokes. I don't give a shit. Fuck it.
But yes, thank you Berk for being here. Thank you guys for watching. Go follow Berk online. Go support independent actors. You're gonna see him in movies soon. And go follow at On Mars Pod. And we'll see you guys next time on Mars. Love you. Peace.
Thank you.
Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this episode of the On Mars Pod and for sticking around to the end, man. I really appreciate you guys. You are the real Martians. Like this video, comment below what your favorite part was, what was most inspiring to you. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications here on future interviews coming out soon. And also follow us on Instagram at On Mars Pod. Love you guys so much. We'll see you next time on Mars.
God's tears. People be like, what's your last name? And I'm just like, yo, just call me homie.
Just call me homie.
I'm like, bro.
Mr. Homie.
A grape elf bar. Oh my God, bro. I'm a fiend. Uh-oh. It ain't going good tonight.
Berk Atmaca.
Yeah.
That's how you say it?
There you go.
Fuck yeah.
Amazing.
All right.